Anyway, I ain't like nobody else. I'm not even like a lot of these other Pisces. I'm not like these other Pisces. Some other Pisces, some others, whatever. Anyway, I'm making this video because I want to, number one. And number two, not to gain no sympathy, but to just really show what I've dealt with, what I've put up with. Okay? I am a lover. I'm not a fighter. But I will fight if I have to. Okay? I will. I'll fight for a motherfucker. I'll fight like a motherfucker for my kids. I'll fight like a motherfucker with a dude that's supposed to be my man, and he out here doing dumb shit. Anyway, people really don't know. They don't know. They don't get it. They don't understand. You know, situation with my baby daddy, but you constantly watching, you constantly lurking everything. You don't understand what I went through with my kids' dad. You don't understand. You really ain't gonna never understand, and you ain't gonna believe half of shit. But I will say this. I'ma say this. Leave it at that. My baby daddy, he loved me. My boy's dad, he loved me. He really did. He really did. And I loved him too. I really did. I loved him too. But he let people fuck up our relationship. He let people fuck our relationship up. He let people get in his head and shit. He let people be all up in his ear, talking all that shit, blaming me for shit, making me look bad. You know, shit. He blamed me for stuff. He tried to make, they blamed me. They tried to make me look bad. I mean, it worked in his eyes, cause shit. It worked in his eyes, you know. But make a long story short, and to let it be known, his people never liked me. They didn't like me. They didn't want him to have shit to do with me. But if you really want to be technical, your son fucked with me Your son been wanting me ever since we was young than a motherfucker. And I've been wanting your son ever since we was young than a motherfucker. Oh, my bad. I ain't even mean to say it like that, but it just came out like that. But anyway. I had a crush on my baby daddy ever since I was 12. When I was 12 years old, I thought he was the sexiest thing. And shit, by the time he noticed me, shit, Anga had a crush on me too. But anyway, long story short, he got locked up. I had his back. I was down with him, for him, everything. I had his back. I ended up getting locked up and shit. But his shit was worse because he had to go do some time because he was on probation. And truth be told, I didn't know nothing about his assault charge that he had gotten way long before me. I knew nothing about his assault charge. I knew nothing about his probation. But this fool had all type of daggone guns and shit. I just wondered why all of a sudden anyway, he had his ways, he had his motives, he had his he thought he was good. He thought, child. But he had to got in trouble. He got in trouble, you know, he got in trouble. You had to turn yourself in, had to do some time. I didn't like it. I was scared. I didn't know what the hell to do, you know what I'm saying? I was pregnant with our last child and shit. I ain't know what the hell to do. And do you know that ride I rode with him and his moms all the way to this daggone prison place, wherever he needed to turn himself into? Do you know he felt some type of way? Because I had curled up and I slept the whole ride through. What was I supposed to do? We in the car with your mama. First of all. Second of all, I'm pregnant as fuck. What was I supposed to do? Done. Is the question. What could I have done? Damn, I'm 10 minutes in this damn video already. But what could I have done? Little do he know, I cried the whole way there. Yeah, I wasn't laying on a nigga lap. I laid the opposite way because I really was fucked up. I was really fucked up. Nigga, you didn't see my tears. I cried myself to sleep that day. I was heartbroken. Sad. Worried. Scared. Didn't know what was going on, what was going to happen. I didn't know what I was gonna have to do. But to be anyway, long story short, again, despite all of that, I was trying to run our household best way that I could. Okay? Wasn't perfect. Okay? I was fucked up. I fucked up. I let people get me caught up. I let shit happen. You know what I'm saying? I did. One thing about it, though, I had that man back. I might have made some fucked up decisions. I might have did some fucked up shit, but you know what? Not once have I ever thought to steal from him. Not once have I ever just came up with the idea to let somebody come into our yard, break into his cars and shit. And see, his people ain't gonna never tell the fucking truth. They ain't gonna never tell the motherfucking truth. But they didn't like me no motherfucking way. They wanted that house for theyself anyway. It wasn't in his name, and nor was it in my damn name. And they wanted that motherfucker. You understand? They didn't give no shits about our kids. They didn't give no shits. The electricity was rigged up. Some way, somehow, the electrical company came and they saw that shit and they shut it down. They put a tag on it. They shut it down. I didn't have no choice but to go to my next of kin, which was my great aunt. But I'm like, I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to get the money. I'm going to pay what I need to pay. I'm going to do what I got to do. You know what I'm saying? But the night the power was cut, the night that shit hit the fan, somebody came into our yard, and we had dogs. So whoever it was that came into our yard, the dogs knew him. Either it was his people, because the dogs knew his people, or it was, you know what I'm saying, they paid somebody to fucking seduce the dog. Something happened. But at the end of the day, I got blamed for that shit. They told his people, and the crazy thing is, they knew before I motherfucking even told them. Cause it just so happened my baby daddy called me and he talking about, is something you need to tell me? Is this something you need to tell me? And I'm like, well, and I wasn't at that point in time in my brain, I wasn't thinking straight. I wasn't thinking properly. I didn't understand. You know what I'm saying? I didn't motherfucking know. My damn intuition didn't say, bitch, he already knows something while he asked you that question. How the fuck y'all ain't even been over here? I ain't even talked to y'all, but he know what the fuck went down before I could even fucking tell him. You know? So yeah. Yeah. I didn't even catch. I didn't catch it. But anyway. I had to tell him, get him the rundown of the rundown, and he was not happy about it. And that nigga asked me straight up, he's like, you sure you didn't have nothing to do with that? I think you had something to do with that. I'm like, for real, dude? What? And I lost it. At that point, I lost it. And I said, you know what? Well, you can think whatever the fuck you want. I said, you really gonna think that shit? This nigga locked up miles and miles and miles away. Told me I need to get the fuck up out of his house. Nigga, I just had your baby. Where the fuck I'm supposed to go? So then, I mean, shit. I was like, man, I'm not finna go no damn where, nigga, because you think whatever the fuck you think. I don't know why the fuck you would think no shit like that of me, but, you know. But I've always had motherfuckers to think crazy shit of me. I've always had motherfuckers to just, all the time. My motherfucking aunt that raised me did the shit. Had school teachers doing that shit. I had all this motherfuckers doing this shit. And it's fucked up. And it hurts still. But I'ma be alright. But it's some fucked up shit though. The man that I loved decided to blame me for something I had no clue about. Decided to blame me for something that I had nothing to do with. And I never caught it that he knew already, because his people told him. I didn't tell them. I didn't even tell them what the fuck happened. But it don't even matter no more. For real. So I was like, you know what? I'm not finna trip about this shit. So the power's off. I can't do nothing but go back and forth, you know, go grab some clothes for me and the kids. You know, I'm not expecting to come to this motherfucker. I'm not expecting them to lock the whole fucking house up. You hear me? I come to this damn house one day and I seen this daggone chain and lock around this porch gate. I said, are you fucking kidding me? So, You ain't even gonna tell me that you finna lock me and my kids out of the house that we fucking live in, bro. You wasn't gonna say, come and get y'all clothes or none of that shit, bitch. You wasn't gonna say shit. Like I didn't have the motherfucking keys to every fucking thing. You know what? And I'm gonna tell you how God worked. I knew that once this nigga got out, that we was gonna, get back together type shit. I knew, I had a feeling, So I held on to every piece of key. I didn't get them folks no house key. I didn't get them folks no car key. I didn't get them folks a bitch ass thing. Nothing. But I used to carry them motherfucking keys around. Because to me, they were mine. But let me tell you how God worked. It's so crazy. It is so crazy. I don't even understand how it fucking happened. I was going through it. And I had to get the fuck away. I had to make something happen. I had to make something shake. Where my aunt lived and where the motherfucking food stamp office was, baby, I walked my ass for a whole hour to that food stamp office to get me some damn food stamps, some money, some something. I had to do something. I walked for an hour, did what I needed to do, and I walked for an hour back. Do you know I didn't even realize that I had lost those keys? I didn't even realize. I tried to trace back my steps. I tried to. But God said it was time to let go. However the hell I needed to let go.